Mycenaeans were the real ancient Greek civilization that inspired the tales of the poet Homer, who recorded the stories of a song tradition that recounted the exploits of great heroes. This oral tradition is speculated to have continued since the Age of Heroes, which was the late Bronze Age, before the collapse of the Mycenaeans. These warriors were so revered, and their tradition of noble and glorious deeds so important to the ancient Greeks, that the stories of Homer and the Achaeans became central to the religious traditions of subsequent Greeks. Hero cults were established to honor these great men, and even if their historical authenticity is contested by many as pure mythology, the Greeks who came after them did everything possible to trace their genealogies, kingdoms, and honor to these heroes and their glory as fact. To a Greek of the archaic and classical age, these heroes were as real as the sky and the earth. But how can we channel their excellence and spiritedness? After all, we are not ancient Bronze Age warriors. Looking to the Iliad and the Odyssey, we find some important clues. The ancients tell us of their feasts and the effects such feasts had on the Achaeans. Great feasts were enjoyed, and often it was the food they consumed that restored their THUMOS. THUMOS is their spiritedness, their vitality, their heart. It is the breath of life itself, that which gives them the power to thrive in battle and rage against injustice. Foods the ancients consumed, according to Homer, included generous amounts of roast meat, such as lamb and heifer, copious amounts of olive oil, and red wine. Modern science tells us that olive oil is rich in nutrients and aids in hormonal health, meaning that the testosterone levels of the ancients must have been very high. Olive oil was sacred in ancient Greece, used for everything from cooking to sacrifices for the deathless gods. They consumed great amounts of roast meat, which is proven to be high in protein, a macronutrient necessary for healthy muscles, strength, and overall health. Studies have also shown that red wine has anti-aging properties and is good for heart health, something vital for men who marched and battled on Troy's wide plain, as endurance was necessary to fight clad in bronze. Including high-quality olive oil, red meat, and wine in your diet would thus be a great aid to your own THUMOS, providing you with powerful, nutrient-dense foods to heighten your vitality. Sunlight is proven to have so many benefits that it is difficult to list them all. As everyone knows, vitamin D comes from direct contact with the sun. Vitamin D is not a vitamin per se, but a hormone, a vital hormone that powers immune health. It also improves mood by impacting serotonin levels, aids hormonal processes, and supports muscle function and cardiovascular health. And this is just one of the functions of the all-seeing sun. Sunlight also aids in the production of melatonin, which our bodies secrete to help us sleep, rest, and recover. The sun has anti-inflammatory properties that can reduce the risk of various diseases and illnesses, even severe ones like cancer or Alzheimer's disease. Many commit the grave error of wearing sunscreen instead of allowing their skin to organically develop a tan and build resistance to prolonged sun exposure. Sunscreen reduces the benefits of UV rays, which are necessary to stimulate the sun's positive effects on our skin. Those who think the sun will age them prematurely are deeply mistaken. The sun has benefits that fortify our skin and can alleviate skin afflictions such as eczema, acne, or psoriasis. The sun also improves cognitive function, leading to better memory and cognitive performance. What blessings come from above us, and yet we fear it. The ancients, however, did not. The sun was a symbol of all-seeing light, power, and strength. It was when Odysseus's men ate the cattle of the sun god that the sun's wrath descended upon them, leading to their deaths and leaving Odysseus as the sole survivor. The sun also provides improved and increased energy, vital for warriors fighting against their enemies. All Mycenaean frescoes from the late Bronze Age show heroes and warriors with healthy bronze skin, tanned from the power of the sun in the Aegean. Subsequent frescoes from archaic and classical Greece also depict warriors with a healthy bronze tan. Powerful posture, according to scientific studies, is linked to mental health and confidence. Assuming a powerful pose and integrating it into your daily habits has a myriad of benefits. You appear stronger, more confident and assertive, and more grounded in yourself. In men, it has been scientifically proven that standing for a prolonged period with powerful posture can even raise testosterone levels. Animals in the wild adopt similar poses when preparing for battle or trying to impress a mate. We are not animals, we are rational beings, and our biology is also tied to this truth, as science has proven. Powerful posture is indicative of a man or woman capable of standing their ground, noble, true, and certain of their inner strength. Let us look further to the epics and find those who stood with this steadfast power. The Mycenaeans became legends because they were men and women of purpose, courage, strength, vitality, and spirit. Their descendants believed them to be blessed enough to interact with the immortal gods, something later generations in the classical age would lament. They believed they no longer possessed the strength and wisdom of the ancient Mycenaean days, and as such, were not worthy enough for immortals to directly interact with them again. And while we know that the deathless gods likely were not present among the Mycenaeans, their strength, wisdom, purpose, and legacy became legend. Are we not men and women of flesh and blood, the same as them? Can we not imitate their greatness? I believe we must. By following these 3 simple ways of imitating their habits and deeds, we come closer to stepping up and becoming the writers of new legends.